Hello everyone, welcome back to Ruby Structures. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to apply wind loading on your buildings in reinforced concrete design using ProtaStructure. Alright, so if you're new here, please encourage us by subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking the video. Alright, and drop comments wherever you don't understand. Drop comments, we'll definitely reply with either a video or we'll send you a DM. Let's get right into it. Alright, so first of all, you have our model. So the first thing you do when you want to apply wind load is to come to your build analysis. Alright, once you're here, first thing you come to your settings and centers. You see codes. So we need to pick the code you want to design our wind load based on. So you click on it, you see different codes. Alright, so we're designing to European Union. So this is one we are picking. EU is EC1, action on structures, part 1 and 4, general action, wind actions. So once you just click on it, you can click on pick. Alright, you can click here and click on pick. If you check down here, you're going to see something like don't use wind load code. Alright, that's if you have a code already, you can just click this, but then you want to use this based on the code, so you click on the code and pick. Alright, so you click OK. Next thing you have to do is to come to your loading combinations. Right, I already have my combinations with wind load here, but I'm going to do that over again. So you come to loading generator, come to your horizontal loads, and you tick this. If I untick it and tick it again, that means I've added wind loading. Alright, so that's it. I'll come back to my vertical load combination and just change this back to 1.35 because the factor of safety for unfavorable dead load as per EC2 is 1.35. Alright, so change this and click OK. So once I've done that, you see that the load cases and load combination, they have added wind loads both in the X and the Y direction. Alright, so you notice that this is to ultimate limit state. And click on serviceability limit state and see that you just see dead load plus live load, dead load plus live load plus wind load in X direction, and dead load plus live load minus wind load in the X direction. So the wind load comes in both directions. So that's why it's plus and minus. Alright, so you should understand that. So click OK. Once you're done with that, next thing you're going to check is your wind and story loads. Click on wind and story load. You can come to your wind load calculator. So here you have your basic winds properties, your structure properties, and your terrain and surrounding. Right, so for my basic wind speed, based on the code, I have 33.5. But then if you have a basic wind speed, you can use that. Alright, so you can leave that at 33.5. So minimum wind pressure 0.5. Primary wind angle is 0. Why? Because our wind load is coming directly horizontally, it's not inclined, so that's why it's 0. Alright, so you have your terrain and surrounding. Depends on where your building is. Okay, depends on where your building is. So with this diagram here, you would know the values to impute for some of these parameters. You see here x is the distance from your hill to your building. LD is here. Okay, LU also here. So depending, so you see here x horizontal distance of the site from the top of the crest. LD is actual length of the downward slope in the wind direction. So LU is actual length of the upwind slope in the wind direction. Alright, so it's just parameters. If you have those parameters, you can just change this. Alright, understand? So here we have a total building height. So for my case, my total building height is 18. So hill type, there are different hill types. So I'm going to keep this as cliff and encampment. But then if you have hills and ridges, you can change it to hills and ridges. Alright, so is it upwind or downwind? My case is upwind. Alright, so these are factors based on the code. Also, the next thing you need to be very mindful for is the terrain category. If I click on this, you see different categories. We have category 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for category 0, you see sea and coastal areas exposed to open sea. Category 1, we have flat area with negligible vegetation and without obstacles. We have category 2, areas with low vegetation such as grass and isolated obstacles with separation of at least 20 obstacle heights. Alright, so you see category 3, area with regular cover vegetation or buildings, or with isolated obstacles with separation of maximum of 20 obstacles height. Right, so you have category 4, where you have areas in which at least 15% of the surface is covered with buildings and the average height is 50 meters. Right, so depending on where your building is, if your building is close to the sea, like a beach, you're going to use category 0. You understand? So depends on where it is, but in my case I'm going to be using category 3, area with regular cover vegetation or buildings. All right, so click category 3, click OK. All right, if I want to create a report, I can just click on this to click on report, but for now I don't want to create a report, so I click on apply and I click on OK. Once you're done with this, you can just go to analysis and run your analysis. Okay, once you're done, you see analysis completed. All right, so you can just close this to see if this applied your wind loading. You need to go to analytical model. All right, so I can just click the building analysis model. All right, so remove this. Okay, based on your wind loading, I click on WX for my load cases. Right, so in the X direction you see the displacement. The blue line is the building, while displacement is the red one, so it shows the direction. In the X direction, this is how far it moves. In the Y direction, click on Y direction, you see it moves towards this other direction. So that's how to see and check if your wind loading has been applied. In our case, the wind load has been applied. All right, so you can just go back, design your members, and there you have it. Thank you for watching. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, and drop comments. Thank you.